Well, we can adjust it.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, you guys.
I'm married to a goofball.
Well, takes one to know one. Is that what we say? Something
Yeah,
like that?
exactly. Yeah, she can't imagine what that's like. Welcome to another exciting episode, Victoria.
I feel it real fun for you.
2022.
On what is it in June 2020? It is the 10th of June 2022.
Oh my God!
That's right. I think we
said.
worked that out. What? But then I worked it out wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I wasn't going to interrupt you guys. You guys were both of
13th, 20th. Oh, it still works out to be that day. Okay.
Yeah, it works out to be that day, but not that date.
That's right.
Anybody here ever been on a bad day? I mean, right.
So it's your manifesting questions answered live.
That's right.
And it's precision versus problems.
Precision.
Precision.
Precision. All right.
Precision versus problems special show.
Yo, Mo. Yo, Nancy.
So
Triple D people.
EasyManifestingMethods.com.
Alona.
Hello, Nancy.
That's right.
I can't see through
she
these
loves
glasses.
that. Yeah. Hey, I did a whole show wearing them the other day.
Yeah, but at least your show was only like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
20
my
minutes.
show was only, your show.
Okay.
This is our show.
That's right.
I like when couples do the whole thing like, well, there's my money and there's your money and there's our money. And it's like, you wonder why you fucking argue about money, right? There's my oxygen, there's your oxygen, and you have said a lot today. So, goodbye.
Very good.
People are nuts.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right, $97 90-day program.
$97, 90-day. It sounded like you
Yes.
said 98 program.
Yeah. Hey, who here saw that $213,000 win that I posted in the Law of Attraction by Neville Goddard group?
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I figured out that comes to like, 70 grand. So Bonnie did it 3 times.
Yeah.
It's just like 70 grand for doing it each time. I mean, like, granted, I actually said it in the podcast I did this morning. Results are not guaranteed. You may die broke, penniless, and smelling really fucking bad under a bridge, because we have to say these things because the government says you might not ever accomplish anything with your life because you're small and puny and we're the government.
Right.
But anyway, rightio.
Okay. Excellent. So that's a congratulations for Bonnie, is it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Our Bonnie.
No.
A different Bonnie.
Yeah, one of our Bonnies.
One of our Bonnies.
Yes. Bebop.
Good on you, Bonnie.
Yes.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That is the rightness. Everyone said it shall prevail, but not me, Victoria. No, Paula. You know what? I didn't say it shall prevail. I said it already has. But it's not the words. Anyway, Victoria.
Yes.
Today we are talking about precision.
Versus problems.
Precision. Shall we dive in?
We shall. Okay, so the first question today is from Yasemin on Facebook.
Yes.
Subconscious rejecting.
I love shit like this.
And Yasemin says, the things I dream of don't come true. Does that mean I reject them? Am I subconsciously rejecting what I don't want? How do I solve this?
Alrighty. So I'm going to toss a few things in here. So you mentioned the dreams you dream of don't come true, right? That's true.
The things I dream of don't come true.
Yeah, we don't need the rest.
No, we don't.
Right? we really don't. It's like sort of like, the things that I drink to, right? Freedom, right? Boom, right? Redheads, boom, right? What happens after a night of drinking to things? Like the number 7, boom, right? What happens after a night of drinking, right? You get drunk. After a day of dreaming, you've dreamt, right? On the other hand, if you do what Neville Goddard taught, if you do what we teach, if you don't skip what we teach or add in what we don't, right? Precision, right? So we've got those cool little lessons at easymanifestingmethods.com. Go there, sign up, do that. Tony Doyle is a show sharer. Let's call him out.
Oh, Tony.
Tony Doyle.
Good on you,
show
Tony.
sharer.
Show sharer.
That is the rightness. So,
Yes.
but here's the cool thing, right? So when you really get, it's not about what you dream about, right? Neville Goddard says, and there was a great post by, was it Monica? Nancy? I can't remember. Somebody posted about thinking of versus thinking from, right? And this is such a thing, because I can think about teaching. I could think of doing a show. Or I could actually do my Jogo, right? Before I get out of bed this morning, 5 to 12, 6 to 10, half a dozen to a dozen. Nailed, right? Boom. One of them being this show. Let me know how we're doing by sharing it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but my friends will think it's scary.
Yeah.
Seriously, we love the sharers. Thank you, guys. But Yasemin, you are not subconsciously rejecting what I don't want. Oh, God, that's just horrible.
Double negatives in there.
Double negatives and a concept that doesn't matter. And I know, right, every time I say this, I get at least 3 emails. But Neville used the word subconsciously on page this and this lecture and so on. And you also that Neville Goddard got over the word subconscious because it has so much baggage, right? He did say, impress upon your subconscious, right? And then he said, impress upon yourself, right? Let's just skip the extra bullshit. As soon as you go subconscious, then there's the subconscious, superconscious, unconscious, the ego, the id, the other thing. And it's like, right, are you feeling it real? Are you experiencing what implies the wish is already fulfilled? Impress upon yourself. Yes, Jess. Boom. Right, I impressed upon myself how impressive I am before I got out of bed this morning. And then I met her in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's right.
After you lit the fire.
But stick around, Yasemin, because we're going to dive into this and some other questions. Because we don't answer your question once, we will explore it through the other people that asked good questions too. And the dumb question coming up soon. Next, Victoria.
Okay.
All right.
The next question's from Jodi in Manifesting Mastery.
Yo, Jodi.
What exactly should I revise? Jodi asks, during revision, are you revising, changing, like in your mind, your imagination, what actually happened or your reaction to what happened?
All right. Remember, I said it first. Ready? The only thing you're revising is you. I said it first. There will be people that claim they said it first, right? But,
Yes.
Yep, we've documented it. It is the 10th of June. The only thing you're revising is you, right? The question is, when is the you? Where is the you that you want to revise, right? Yeah, so we get the question like, oh my God, the first 18 years of my life were shitty. The next 9 were somewhat shitty. That's 27 years and I'm only 34. How do I? So if I gotta, all you gotta do is revise yesterday. Who were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? What in you yesterday was by that, right? Sort of like the whole PTSD thing, like I had somebody say, well, since you got PTSD, I said, do I look like I have PTSD to you? I might look like I have a lot of things, but that is not one of them, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, right, if it bothered you yesterday, revise yesterday. And here's the cool thing. So am I revising the incident? Am I revising my reaction to it? You're only revising you. And that's the thing. If you go, right, what do I want to have different in me? Where in me do I want something different? You'll find that point. Do I bother revising the riot? There's too many newspaper articles about it, right? I mean, there's other people that benefited from it. A lot of politicians got their pockets lined, right? They always do. Something happens, they go, oh, we can line our pockets with this, right? They're in that state. I just go, radio. I know it happened. I know I got beat to death. I know I had PTSD. And I know that doesn't even feel like me at all. Yeah, at some point I revised having a bad night of sleep, and I haven't had one since. So, revise you. Play with that.
That's my strawberry bit, in case I don't remember by the time we get to the end of the
Right,
show.
so now she gets to discard everything else I say that's wise and wonderful.
Well,
Right? Yep.
I really like that, so I want to remember that for the end. So,
All right. So she's
revising you.
So she's documenting it, right?
I like that.
You revise you. And here's what's cool, right? So we always talk also in revision to the max, that little $7 pack. Radio, the whole the show's done, Tony. Right? You might as well turn off too, right? Like Tony Doyle just went, "Yep, show's done." Right? See, you just turned off everyone. Right?
Turned off
You
everyone.
just turned off everyone.
Right.
So it's fucking glasses. Anyway, yeah. So like, here's the thing. Like, if like the word, if I say the word fucking and it offends someone, that means you're a snowflake. That's fine, right? So I just revise. Like, all right, do you revise what I said, my reaction to it, your reaction to my reaction? You always revise you, and if you just flirt there, you'll find it. Brian got his money's worth. He's out, and you ain't paid enough. Paid enough. Right.
Excellent. So that was for Jodi. Thanks for your question,
Jodi, awesome question.
The next question's for Jess in Dream Driven Day.
It's her.
Mixed up Joseph Goddard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her.
She's
here.
mixing it.
And Jess says,
Trying to fixing it. Ho.
Jess said, I've noticed when I do my Joseph Goddard, I mix up the day-to-day things versus the big stuff that's baking and not ready yet. How do I separate the two without getting stuck up in the head?
Okay, so a long time ago, I had a Chevy S10 pickup truck. Somebody hashtag that 1988 or 89. I think it was in 89 and 88. Chevy S10 pickup truck, 1988. It was a little bugger, and in the back of it, I kept a bicycle, right? So in the back of my truck,
it broke down.
No. This is great. No, this is before I bought shit cars, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
So at the time, so this is when I was damaged from the state and the incident and the riot and all that stuff. And so what they did was they routinely sent around to all the hostages, people to follow them around. And that's not a good decision. You take someone who's a little paranoid to fucking begin with, and you say, let's have 2 undercover cars follow you around to see if you're doing anything you shouldn't be doing. Right?
Oh, gosh.
That's just called a really dumb decision. Hashtag that, right?
Dumb decision, yeah.
But here's what I did. So I did something smart. I put a bicycle in the back of my truck. And so I'd run out to the truck with my dual shoulder holsters, jump in the truck and buzz down the road. And the next thing you know, the 2 undercover cars would start following me. And I'd buzz around the corner, toss the truck in the ditch, right? Didn't matter because it was a cool little truck.
Yeah.
Get out of my bicycle and pedal back toward them, right? And so they'd pass me and I'd wave, right? So they have to keep documenting this, which gets them off my case and onto somebody else who's paranoid, right?
Gosh.
So why would I mention all that? Because so the bicycle's in the back of the truck. It's not in the front of the truck. If I try to ride the bicycle while driving the truck, I'll smash the truck.
Yeah.
Right? So here's the thing. Just separate them, right? Joseph Goddard is one thing. Imagining up some other stuff is imagining up some other stuff, right? So when I ditched the truck and got on the bike, I wasn't trying to drive the truck and the bike at the same time, right? It's the addiction to complicated. But we're going to continue with your complex question now. This is good.
Okay, cool. So that was for Jess.
Well, that's a true story, by the way.
Was there?
Yeah. I had a little bicycle in the back of my truck. So it was just great. Anyway.
And, okay, the next question's also from Jess in
Yes, it
Dream
is.
Driven Day. How to imagine up a husband. And Jess asks, for example, I imagine up a husband in my scenes, but there's not actually a husband yet. So sometimes he appears and sometimes he doesn't. Ideal kitchen, successful businesswoman.
Yeah, so there were the other things in there, radio. Cool. So here's the cool thing. So you're imagining up what's not there yet. Again, don't do that in your Joseph Goddard.
No.
Right. If you're like when we imagined up a puppy, I didn't imagine like, every day taking a puppy for a walk and all that good stuff. It's like, yeah, I imagine us getting a dog, getting 2 dogs, actually having 2 dogs and called it a day.
But not in your Joseph Goddard.
Not in my Joseph
That's
Goddard,
your Feel It
no.
Real session. In your Joseph Goddard, it's things that are actually going to be happening. Like we said on the show the other day, they're already penciled in your diary or whatever. You know, I'm doing this today.
Yep. You hear that little noise in the background? Like that kind of thing. Like a little reminder would pop up saying like, eat lunch, right? Or go to the pool, right? Or do the show, right? It's those things on your schedule. That's it. If your husband is on your schedule and he's not in your life yet, that's just freaky deaky. Right? That sounds like something a politician would say. Like, yep, we're going to totally eliminate petrol cars by the year 2070 after I'm dead, but we're going to tax them now. Right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in an anti-political mood. But let us continue,
Okay,
Victoria.
cool. And the next question is also from Jess in Dream Driven Day. So back to Joseph Goddard.
That's
I can
right.
see that it's all sort of together.
Yes.
Jess said, imagining up a yummy cup of coffee, a great yoga session, happy and playful students, hearing great news from my supervisor or colleagues, yummy food, getting good deals, surprises of friends, etc. Those show up daily for me.
All right. So here's what I noticed. Ready? I suspect this thing like successful businesswoman is like way out in your future. Like, oh yeah, you got that horizontal dead gaze. Wow. Right. Versus, right, if you're building a business now, I would pencil in your diary, do something fucking business related, and then imagine having crushed it that day.
Yep.
If it's a someday thing, that doesn't go anywhere. But here's the cool thing. Yeah, like I mentioned it, and here's the real cool thing. I'm going to be married to her until one of us ends up in the garden, right? And then I'll still be married to her, right?
Yeah, whether you're dead or alive.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? Now, if I die first, she's under, her and Timmy Lee are under instructions to just feed me to the chipper and put me in the flower bed, right? She's getting stuffed, right?
Stuffed. Am I?
So we just put her in that outfit out in the garden. Nothing will fuck
Sitting in
with
a
her.
chair.
Yeah, exactly, right? Actually standing with her hand on one hip, right? So she's getting stuffed, right?
Yep.
But it's sort of like the whole daily yum thing with her, right? So this whole thing, I mean, I love good food. I love eating it with her. Yeah, I made up my mind when I moved here. It was like, right, I'm going to marry that woman, get me a job, and never fucking see her. Might as well stay in America, right?
Yeah.
Then we can just Skype each other. It'd be a lot simpler,
We
right?
see each other more.
See each other more, right? So you
Yeah.
can Skype at work, right? Meanwhile, but this is what I decided. I want to explore and experience intimacy, joy, fun with her. And so it's this whole thing of like, radio. Because I suspect if you're going to be married to somebody for a long time, you might as well enjoy being with them.
It'd be awful if it was like a bitch of a time, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
It'd be like,
Yeah,
God.
my Joseph Goddard, have lunch out.
Yeah.
Any fucking
Away
place.
from him.
Right?
Yeah.
So this whole thing of experiencing her yum and how I feel, I take it to heart. Right? So this ties a bunch of things together. So, I mean, you could explore what it's like. You're going to have a yummy lunch today. You experience that. But if you're imagining being married at some point in your life, just imagine, what is it? What would be different sharing a meal with a man? Right? Boom. But don't make that your Joseph Goddard. That's something separate. But,
Okay.
all right. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you, Jess, for your questions.
All right.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day Coral. Stay on track, I guess, 24/7.
Yes.
So Coral asks, how do I continue to keep making it about me and stay on track 24/7?
All right. Let me know.
Is this Coral that...
Yeah, this is Coral.
Oh, because it's spelled with a C here.
It's
and
that
she's a
fucking
K.
spell check.
I was just double
Right?
checking.
I just.
because, yeah.
That's right. See, here's what I haven't nailed yet. Right? There's some things that I just haven't surrendered to. Either I don't have a desire to, or I just like being fucking grumpy about them. Right? And it's this thing called spell fuck. I mean, spell check. Right? So if you type in the word spell fuck, it goes spell check. Right? And I go.
Heck, you do it right that time. Yeah, okay.
Right. If you type in the word spell check, it doesn't take it to spell fuck. Right?
Fortunately, yes.
Oh, imagine my world. Right? Anyway, so there are a few songs that I really like. I pick up the iPhone and I go, play that funky music, white boy. And it does, right? Because I shared this on a show the other week, right? And then I discovered another one of my songs. I can play the Game of Love. And it'll play the Game of Love by Queen. It's like, oh my God, this is great, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm collecting play songs, right? Because I don't want to say play the Game of Love or play that funky music, white boy, right? So it's just... Anyway, where the fuck am I going with all this?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
So
Coral.
how does Coral make it 24/7 about her?
You tell me. I am curious how you fall out. I'm always fascinated by that because if it's like radio, Neville Goddard always says the state that you most commonly return to is your dwelling place. I say walk through the fucking door. Some people insist on adding sticky tape. It's like, let me get this right. Before you walk through the door, you're going to stand outside in the frigid cold, play with sticky tape, super glue, never look at the news. I love the news. I find it crazy. We're having a sausage shortage. I did a podcast on that this morning, right? But this whole thing about making it about you, yeah, you just return, right? Notice where you fall out, right? And how you do it. That gives you so much insight because some people fall out because they hear voices in their head. Sometimes it's their voice. Sometimes it's their mother, right? Sometimes it's someone else's mother. It's just fascinating the ways that you can fall out. But the big thing is just...
And there's you like your perfect revision then, because you like you were saying,
exactly,
you're revising you.
Yes.
So when and where am I revising me?
Yes.
Right here, when she's falling out, I'm revising, right, this is about me.
see, when I hear something like, oh, don't tell Victoria. Right?
That's when I went, what?
And it's like, radio, right? So when there's a voice in my head that says, don't tell Victoria, and I notice, whose voice is that? And it's like, oh, it's somebody who's miserable and divorced and homeless living under a bridge. Yeah, radio. I'll turn it into somebody really fun. Oh, don't tell Victoria. I can't wait.
Cool, excellent.
Yeah, just
okay.
Walk back through the door, call it a day. Celebrate noticing, walk back through the door.
Yeah.
And for you guys that are addicted to sticky tape and shit, oh, come on, right? It's like, All right.
Okay.
This next one is a doozy.
All right, cool.
Asia,
Thanks, Coral.
welcome to the show. Look at all the cool
question.
Triple D kids.
Yeah.
Brian, doctor, is staying in state for 168 hours a week. Oh my, yuck, dull blaring. Yep, totally.
All right. The next question. Oh wow, you got loads of questions. The next question today is from Dream Driven Day Jess.
Yes.
A reversing scoliosis.
Yes, I need a drink. This one deserves a drink. Here.
And Jess asks, how did you reverse your scoliosis? Can someone really reverse a degenerative condition such as arthritis or MS?
This is really good shit.
Mineral water? I just like normal water, I think. Filtered water, but yeah, our filtered water. Right, so that was obviously part of the answer, but I don't get it.
The burp showed up. I work hard. Oh, hey, it's a show. Hey! All right. Reversing scoliosis. Right. Okay, cool. I didn't make any time for it. All right. So seriously, when people say, can you do the imperishable with it or whatever, I go, radio. So I just share like some of my list of shit. Like seriously, I was born 2 pounds 4 ounces. Like, some people die at that point, right? Some people could just imagine getting big and kicking ass, right? In all seriousness, this ain't your first rodeo. And even when you was little, you can imagine shit. See, this is the thing I like, because people say, well, we should be like little children. They can imagine up things easily. It's like, right. And it's like, well, but when you were born, Mr. 20, you were 2 pounds 4 ounces. I mean, like, why did you survive? Because it couldn't be what you imagined. It's like, oh, so I can't imagine when I'm 2 pounds 4 ounces or when I'm under a certain age, right?
Yeah, what is it?
It's like where things get weird. So, and we can go down rabbit holes. Like, how old do you have to be before you can imagine something effectively? Or is it your birth weight? Or how big you are? Like, see, all these things that can be fascinating to dive into. But I noticed with addicts, when I was hanging out with the addicts, and going to a lot of meetings and interviewing people because I wanted to get inside the brain of them. And I noticed a lot of them were really fucking smart. I mean, they knew all kind of things about steps and sub-steps and articles and part of nipples and some about
dangling participles.
Dangling part of nipples.
Right.
Yeah, party nipples.
Got it.
And all that stuff.
Okay.
And it just went on and on and on. I mean, experts about the addiction. And then there was Henry.
Yeah.
And Henry built Jeeps and he tied flies. And he walked away from it all, right? He just decided I'm gonna make flies and sell them online, and I'm gonna build Jeeps. So Henry built a Jeep, and he tied flies, and he left it all behind because he decided he wanted to do something besides go to meetings 2 or 3 times a day, right? And figure out what step he was on, or what step he should be on, or what step somebody else needs to be on, and put up with people calling him at 3 a.m. He just got done with it. And they said, "You're not an addict. You never were, because you can't cure yourself of this." And it's like, right. So back to the scoliosis thing. I decided to be a champion martial artist. The doctors, so I went to the doctor, and they sent me to a specialist, and the specialist was a guy that worked on the Pittsburgh Steelers and stuff, and he said, "You're going to be crippled, right? This is going to cripple you up. You can maintain it, but it's going to get you, and that's going to be it. Sorry." And it's like, oh wow. So here I am. I'm a little boy. I don't know, 10, 12 years old, and I remember looking up at him and going, "Fuck you." I didn't say it. That would have got me spanked, right? And that would have just tilted my spine in another direction, right? Because if you're smacked on one ass cheek and not the other, it fucks your spine up, right? So I just looked at him and went, right. Right? You don't tell a little boy he's going to be crippled, right? Yeah, not fucking into it. When I went to the shrinks after PTSD, they said, "Hey, we got good news for you. It's manageable with drugs." I went, right, this is going to be fun, right? And here's the thing. I became a world-class karate champion, right? That's how I got rid of scoliosis. I gave it no room in my day, right? I ended up working out like 6, 8 hours a day. I was nuts, right? Maybe y'all have noticed I'm a little nuts about some things. And that's the thing. What do you fill in your day with? I have no room for theoretical bullshit that says you're stuck, right? None. So the whole thing, when I look at stuff like this, can someone actually reverse a degenerative condition such as arthritis or MS? We've got a lot of interesting success stories. My thing is, what do you want in your day? Because as soon as you go condition something, why this one would work, why this one wouldn't work, it just goes down this really weird ballpark of getting an orbit around why some conditions are, some conditions aren't. It's all about the conditions. It's not about you. The whole key with all this, as far as I'm concerned, you and your day. Right? By the way, I've been told you were misdiagnosed. Yeah, I was misdiagnosed by the #1 expert in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is not a small town, right? It's not like the #1 expert in Connellsville, right? No, they sent me to the big expert, right? I went to 2 different shrink teams, and they both said, "Yep, manageable by drugs." Manageable, right? Do I look manageable, right? Yeah. Ask her sometime. I am not manageable. But it's what do you have room for in your day? Just what do you have room for in your day? That'll do. So, great question, Jess. Glad you asked it. What do you have room for in your day?
So does Jess have MS or arthritis or both or something? Or
I don't know.
it's back to
You could give it to
hypothetical?
yourself. That's
Yeah.
what's cool, right? Now, if you buy the pearl, you can go, right. Yeah, I could imagine being unemployed, right? See, I imagine being unemployable. Unemployed means like, oh, it's the job market, it's the economy, it's all this bullshit, right? It's all about something out there I can get an orbit about, or we can make it about ourselves. You say your mom has MS, cool. Good. Invite her to learn about this shit, because she can accept or reject any blessing, and why not invite her in? That's the cool thing. Yeah, and here's the fun thing. I can't say anything cures anything, right? You know, the law system says I can't treat, diagnose, or cure unless you're a doctor. If you're a doctor, you're an expert in what? Sickness, right? No, I'm not a fan of any of that. I'm a fan of your day. So, yes, she is the anxiety eliminator. Cool. All right. Tell mom hi.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Cool. Excellent.
and by the way, for fun, I'd suggest inviting her to really start giving life to a day she chooses. It's so easy to get stuck in orbit about something, you know. Yeah, especially something that is already in your day. You know, Joe Weldon just left Verizon, right? That's been in his day for what, Joe, 26 years? Yeah. It's no longer, he doesn't have room for it anymore. That's the cool thing. Only give room to what you want in your day. So, and let us continue. Great question. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, cool. And just keep giving to your mom. Awesome. Imagine lovingly for her, and imagine she gets this. Why not? If she gets it this time, good. If she gets it next time, good. Boom. Hasta la vista, Verizon. I was looking forward to a flamethrower in some of your stuff, Joe. Like, I was really expecting, a flamethrower, buddy. So I woke up this morning. Where's Joe and his flamethrower?
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? Cold fire? I forget the exact quote. Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
And the last question today is from Dream Driven Day Nancy. Can you tell when ... Nancy says, can you tell when your students start to really get it, and are you like, wowza, they got it?
Every single time. Here's what's cool. We really do celebrate when you guys nail something. Okay, I'll go back to Jess's mom for a second. Don't imagine her healed. Imagine her living a day that she wants to live. Right? There's the biggie. Because it's like, well, what would I do if I didn't have the disease? Still in orbit. Right? Now, it's like this question here, when somebody really gets it, they just become so direct. And that's the fun thing. Just so direct. And the other side of the question, can I tell when they start to lose it? Yeah. And I'll mention it. And I say, oh, no, Mr. 20.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. And I say, all right. Right. And that's the other side of the coin, because you get it, you can add some shit in, and you get to discover how you add shit in. And again, that's, you've been into courses. All the courses are designed to help you notice, what are you doing? Where else can you explore? And that's the fun thing to me, because it's sort of like buying the pearl. You don't buy it once. Right?
Yeah.
There is that thing where it does become a way of life, but it's also like, wow, where am I selling it right now? Right? Yeah. Have I sold it right now? So, cool. Great question, Nancy. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, excellent, Nancy. Thank you.
And so
what we'd like to know is, tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bits?
Vic and the tour, yeah.
Your mine was...
you already said it, so you don't
I'm
have to go now.
revising me.
That's right.
Not revising anything else, just me. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
That's really good, that one. Thank you for that. How about you? What was your hashtag?
Oh, what was... Alessandra says, did I see your question?
Oh.
Nope. Was it in the Manifesting Questions live post? Anyway, I didn't see it. Sorry. What was mine? I'll take it back to yours. Because that whole thing about revising you, whatever you do, it's sort of like, and I'll run with Jess's question since she brought it up that it was about her mother. It's about you.
Yeah.
So if you can go to radio, what was your experience of your mom yesterday, this morning, 10 seconds ago in the show? This is where it gets really fun, because if there is a real-time event of, he doesn't get this is about my mom, cool. You can revise even that. Anything that you can revise that gives to you, gives to her, gives to... So as soon as you go radio, yeah, and this is true for everyone at any time. It's like radio. You want something to drop, just you revise you. So notice what Neville said about you revise the conversation as you hear it. You can and what am I really revising? Me, my experience of a conversation. Like they say, we started in Remarkable. In the first few months there, one of the key things was you have no ears to hear. What isn't, I'm funking out in every way.
Good on you. Cool.
All right.
So they were our hashtag strawberry bits.
Yes.
While you keep typing in yours. Go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yep. Get on that email list. Get the goodies.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's radio.
Breathe.
Yep.
When I try and say it at all, it always catches me out.
Well, we could always give it a little break and join our 90-day adventure. Boom.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
I'm funking out in every way.
You said something like his dad said it was cold fire. I don't know.
Cold fire, that's it. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So Joe asked his dad a question, and his dad just told him.
Right. All right. Where was Scott Simon? I don't know where Sizzler was. He must have been busy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Must have been busy.
Must have been.
Everybody tag Sizzle. Just for fun. Type his name in.
Yeah, that'd be
right?
nice.
That'd be great. That way when he fires up his phone, they'll be like
Bang, 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 bang.
So everybody type in where was Scott Simons.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, you guys have a great day, night,
Luke.
weekend, and we'll catch you next week.
Wait till you see what she's making for lunch-a-rama.
Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous.
Because she's funking out in every way.
Yeah. See you.
Cool.